Even if your country is at peace right now, you could quickly be pulled into war. You could quickly become a slave or a prisoner of war. The prophets of old warned nations that if they continued to sin against God, they would become slaves. And many of us are slaves already. We are already prisoners because we are still sinning. But most people do not believe they are slaves or prisoners until there is a physical boot on their back, until there are physical shackles on their wrists. I warn you to repent, because tomorrow your country may be at war. You may be separated from your family, and you may be physically in bondage, a slave, a prisoner. You are already a slave if you are sinning. You are already at war with God if you are sinning. Are you at peace with God? Do you suppose that your nation is at peace with God? Do you suppose that your nation has done things less sinful than the nation of Israel when God allowed Babylon to take her over? Do we suppose that the nations today are less sinful than the nations of old that God brought his judgment upon swiftly, allowing people to die, to become prisoners and slaves, even to their death? Make no mistake, you are a slave, and your nation is a slave if they are at war with God. God is bringing his judgment upon the nations. Make sure that you reconcile with Jesus Christ. He is alive. He brings his liberty and his protection to his children, but at the same time, he brings his judgment upon the wicked. Make sure that you reconcile with him. Make sure that you are not a slave to sin. May the grace and the peace of Jesus be with you.